Hey, horse friends, I'm Becca Salamone, and this is American Horse Talk Live. Thanks for joining us this morning. We appreciate all of our viewers and especially our replay viewers. We get a lot of people watching this later on when they get off their job and come home from work. So thank everybody for joining us. I just wanted to jump on here this morning since it is Facebook Live Friday on American Horse Talk and introduce you to a friend of mine. Her name is Lizzy Sexton, and she's from the Birmingham area. And Lizzy, are you from Wilsonville or where are you living now?
Originally from Vestavia, and then we moved to Montevallo with the horses once I got into it, and then we're in Wilsonville now, but I live at an apartment on 280 for school. So
Okay.
I
Yeah,
grew up in Vestavia.
okay. Yeah, and so we met each other probably but back in like 2014, 2015, I think. Is that
Maybe
right?
that it might have been I think yeah, it was the summer of the first year I went to nationals, which I want to say is 2000 like 13 or 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I met you at that Cooper Farm rodeo,
Yeah.
and I guess I just bumped into you out there. Huh?
I was a sophomore, so a while
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
And we were walking around covering the rodeo, and I was like, oh, there's a beautiful rodeo queen. I'll interview her. Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
People always send me that link of it.
Do they?
Found an old interview of you.
That's hilarious. I actually went out and shared it on American Horse Talk this morning. I hope you don't mind. So, I guess just tell everybody, what you've been doing since then and, what your business is named and what you do, what services you offer.
So I've been teaching riding lessons, training, working on some like consignment horses for a little bit while I was still in high school, and then just kind of doing everything. Since then I've cutting. I won the rein cow horse for the high school rodeo. I team rope, breakaway, barrels, pulls, goats. Every event I did, every girls event in high school rodeo, or girls and team events, and then now I'm kind of just breakaway roping on the side, and then barrel racing whenever I can out of school. And I worked for some cutting horse trainers, and I really like that. That's what I want to get into, is more of the stock horse stuff in the future, not as much as the rodeo. So I'm kind of trying to venture off into that and kind of fade away from so much of the rodeo stuff.
Okay. But when I think about Lizzy Sexton, I think about goat tying. Is that your main thing that you did?
But now, so since I'm not college rodeoing, it's not an event anymore, really. It's only high school rodeo or like little youth rodeos, but I'm 20 now, so I can't really go to those. But it was my favorite event. But well, when I started cutting became my favorite event always.
Yeah.
I just love it. I don't know, it's something about it. It's so much fun. But I loved goat tying, and I went to nationals goat tying 3 times in junior high, and I want to say twice in high school. I don't even honestly remember. But
yeah. Well, I read somewhere it says two times national finals goat tire. Is that right?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 times in junior high, but then I think I went 2 in high school, and
That's
then
awesome.
I like just helping kids. I like teaching it because I've been to so many clinics and seen so many different like aspects and training techniques, and I like to be able to watch a kid and kind of figure out what works best for them and how they can adjust to do the best that they can.
Yeah, definitely. So, you said you like the cutting now. I like that too. When I was little and I showed horses in AQHA, we did everything. There was not all this specialized stuff, and associations for every little thing. And so we had to do it all from, halter in the morning to, barrel racing in the evening. Actually, we were loping the barrels to break ties for the all around. But cutting was one of the things that I got into right at the very end. And I loved that. So what about that is like, makes you just go, wow.
Like cutting is, so like any speed event in rodeo, it's kind of like, it kind of goes by in a blur, but cutting, it feels like you're out there for 2 hours when you're there for 2 minutes, because every little thing that you do makes such a big impact, and you have to really rely on your brain, which I like a lot. It's not as much of like a quick thinking, it's like kind of a long game, and I like that a lot, the mental aspect of it. When I first started cutting, it's kind of funny. I would go with some people from the high school rodeo, to practice. And when I first started, when my horse would like kind of get with the cow really good, and I would just start grinning, and so I'd bite my cheek to try. I was like, they think I'm so cute. Yeah, just grinning. My horse is working out, so I'd bite my cheek to keep myself from smiling. And it's like I'll smile and stuff and be happy after a good run rodeo, but it's nothing like that. It's like a roller coaster ride, honestly, the whole time. So that's why.
Yeah. Well, they always told us when we were showing to smile, so maybe that's not such a bad thing.
Yeah, maybe.
So you also did the Rodeo Queen pageants and stuff. So tell us a little bit about that and how hard it is to win and how much preparation you have, and what's one of your favorite moments too.
Okay, so I would start practicing. I ran for junior Rodeo Queen twice, and then I ran for junior high, but that was a voting thing, so I'm not really going to talk about that. I ran for junior Rodeo Queen twice, and I got first runner-up both times. So that really lit the fire under me when I came into high school rodeo. I ran as a freshman, and so the contest is in June. I'd start practicing in December, January, like every single day. I would go. That was when I was in high school for that last semester, so I would like practice my speech. I would write it in class if I wasn't doing anything else, or practice giving it to people. We'd give it in front of whoever we could. I'd practice reading the rule book all the time. And we'd practice on horses for hours and hours and ride just different horses and figure out what I needed to do. I worked with Joe Clark and Audra Clark a lot for my horsemanship, and they helped me tremendously, and they were always supporting me on the road. We called them from Wyoming and everything. And I went to nationals my first year after I won. I think I swept all the categories my first year at state, and then I ran at nationals, not really knowing anything. So it was my first year at nationals ever, and I was in two or three other events plus the queening. And so I went out there, and we do horsemanship, a written test, then we do an impromptu speech, a regular speech, and like a meet and greet with the judges, just stuff like that. So I went out there and I placed, I think I placed 11th in horsemanship on a horse that I had gotten to ride for 2 days out there, or 1 day. I don't even remember. But she was super nice. The Millers were really, really nice to give me that horse. And then, so I didn't do as well in the written test that time. I think I placed 9th in it, and then I placed 4th in the interview, which I was really proud of. So I didn't think that I had done so good in my interview, but apparently it held. I placed 4th out of almost 50 girls. And then I ended up being the first girl from Alabama to place in the top 10 overall. I placed 9th. And then I ran again the second year, and I won the written test out there, but didn't place as well in everything else. So it's just up to a judge's opinion. But I really like, I've been helping a few younger girls for queen pageants. And I really like, honestly, I like coaching way more than I like running, even though I get like more nervous for them than I did for me. But it's really fun. I love doing the hair and makeup and tying in kind of being a girl to being a cowboy. So. Right.
Well, yeah, I guess you're kind of like their mama, sitting in the stands, nervous, So, do you have a favorite memory or favorite horse from your horse life?
My favorite horse would be, this is going to be the same answer as the interview I gave you years ago. It's still my old bay horse. He'll have my heart for a very long time. He just was always there for me, always solid. I would do anything to have him 10 years old. Like, he's almost 24, 25 now. So I would do anything to have him as a young horse. He's great.
I was going to say, I still have dreams about some of my favorite horses. I had a little pony named Angel, my first horse. And then my last horse was Rusty's Excuse. And, I still have dreams about him. I'm sure he's long gone by now. That probably tells my age. Now, I thought I saw on Facebook that you were interested in going to the Bulls, Bands, and Barrels event this weekend. Are you going to that?
Yes, I'm not sure. I want to go to it. I was going to enter it, but me and my barrel horse haven't been getting along this past week. So when I call in was Sunday, and I was riding my horse at like 5 o'clock. The call in was 5 to 6. I was riding him, and I was like, I just don't feel comfortable taking him to the PhD because I have competed there before, and I know he's sometimes will get an alley issue, and I know how the alley is there. It's like this huge concrete dome that funnels down. And I was like, I don't really want to deal with him. Sometimes he'll spin if he doesn't want to go in, and he's got shoes on, plus the concrete, and I just
Oh boy,
want to put myself or him in that situation. So I want to go. I definitely want to go watch and support my friends that I know are entered. So I probably will be there, especially because I'm only a few minutes away.
yeah. Who all's going that you know of?
Knox Dunn is a bullfighter. That's one of my friends, and then I know I have a few people entered in barrels, but I'm not sure exactly who. I can't remember who all. I'm sure quite a few.
Yeah, I'm thinking about going down there and also trying to see if they'll give me a press pass. So maybe I can interview Riley Green or some of those famous riders. That would be nice.
One of our friends is doing the photography for the concert part, so maybe we can get back
there.
there.
That's awesome. Yeah, definitely. That'd be great. Backstage pass. All right. Well, is there anything else you want to share before we close out?
Let me think. Well, I'm still giving riding lessons even though I'm in school. So if you're interested in getting into like rodeo, I really wish that I had some more kids that really wanted to go out and rodeo that I could coach and work on tweaking them and getting them faster more as much as just like a basic riding. Right. I really like coaching and kind of pushing people to see how good they can get.
Okay. And you do riding lessons, training, and clinics. Is that right?
Yes. I haven't taken any horses in for training since I've been in school because I just don't have the time to do it. So I probably won't do that for a while. Maybe next summer I'll be in Utah for an internship, and then so maybe after that.
Okay. All right. And where can folks find you if they want to do business with you?
So I have a Facebook page. It's Lightning Strike Ranch. And then it says like riding, horseback lessons and stuff. So you can contact me there, or my personal Facebook page is just Lizzy Sexton. And then I've started doing some rodeo photography just on the side. I'll be shooting for Hillside Horns and Hooves Ranch this fall through spring. And so if you have like a little event, I'd love to come take pictures for you.
Okay, that's awesome. I did not know you're a photographer. So where can we see your work? Do you have a site that displays your pictures?
So I have Lightning Strike Photography is on Facebook, and then it'll link to my Smug Mug, which has the ones I've taken recently.
Okay, awesome. That's great. And you sell those pictures, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you coming out this morning and talking to us. I know we had a little technology issue there, but we got it fixed. Yeah. And I want to say to everybody else, thank you for joining in for these Facebook Live Friday things. I don't know what I'm going to call it. Friday Live. What we call it, Friday 5 Live is what I want to call it, because I want to have people jump in and take about 5 minutes time to tell me their who, what, when, where, why, and how. And, why we need to be talking to them to do business with them. So, and what events they have going on and things like that, and their charities that are important to them. So hopefully people start downloading the BeLive.tv app and jumping on here on Fridays live with us and tell us about themselves all across America. So anyway, thank you again, Lizzy, and thank you to the viewers and the replay viewers. And we'll see you online. And I would just appreciate it if y'all share this out and help us share the love of country and love of horse. All right, Lizzy, talk to you later.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.